Reaching the main floor, the first thing that Claire did was to make her way to the cafe kiosk. I need my wits if I want to find Hannah, she told herself as she thought about the sugary beverage. Navigating her way between groups of adventurers, Claire saw one of the kiosks close to the many large windows. Approaching it, Claire noticed that the scenery was a thick forest with the occasional deer and wildlife appearing in the frame. Seeing the light stream between the leaves of the forest gave Claire a cheerful feeling inside. Walking up to Darlena, the robot greeted Claire. "Will it be the usual?" Darlena asked. Claire blushed, knowing it wasn't a good sign to order the same thing so many times that it became predictable. She merely nodded and moved her wrist to tap on the receiver for transferring the guild points. Witnessing Claire act in such a manner, Darlena giggled. There's nothing wrong with having something you enjoy, though you may want to watch how much you consume in a short time. Not only does it contain caffeine, but the energy gives a good kick of its own. Thanks, Darlena, Claire whispered, understanding how dangerous it could be to drink the beverage in such a short period of time. Try the juices we have. The energy content may be lower, but your body won't be as strained. Darlena offered an alternative. Moving to the side to let others make the order, Claire thought about the suggestion. Turning to look at the window, Claire felt a sense of relief, as though the moment was a nice break from her usual day-to-day work. There was a slight tap on the kiosk as the cup was placed near her, where the orders were received. Taking the cup, she gave a brief wave to Darlena before continuing to the store. Putting the cup to her lips, the first sip of the cappuccino was hot but pleasurable. Now my day feels like it has started, Claire said, blushing when other adventurers around her glanced in her direction. There was a woman who looked at her and giggled, flashing Claire a smile as though understanding how Claire felt. Claire looked at the woman who had a laser rifle on her back and some type of suit that molded to her shapely body. I wonder if that's a new type of armor, Claire asked herself. It's completely different from the typical ones I've seen. Trying to think about how she'd make such an item, Claire thought, I'll mention it to Hannah. Walking into the store, there were more adventurers than the last time she'd been inside. I guess people are getting better at completing jobs, Claire thought to herself. The stuff inside this place isn't cheap, so more people are getting access to guild points from jobs. Claire! A voice called out to her. Looking at the source of the voice, Claire saw that it was Hannah, who was waving her arm to gain Claire's attention. Raising her hand to wave back, her eyes widened as Claire noticed who was with Hannah in the clothing area. Brooke! Candace! What are the two of you doing here? Claire asked her older sisters. Brushing back her brunette hair, Brooke said, What? Are we not allowed to check up on our younger sister? Yeah. Candace made a hurt expression. Turning to her twin, she said, Our youngest sister doesn't want to see us anymore. She moved to Brooke as though she wanted to be comforted by Claire's harsh words. It's okay. Claire is still waking up. She seems to now get grumpy if she doesn't get her morning drink. Brooke pretended to comfort Candace. Rolling her eyes, Claire said, Will the two of you stop it? Hannah giggled at the exchange. Candace flashed Claire a grin. We really did want to check up on you. Mother was wondering if you're doing well, since you haven't reached out to any of us, aside from Abby, for that one job. Pouting, Brooke said, It's unfair that Abby got to take on a job with you and we weren't invited. Seeing it was going to be one of those days, Claire raised a cup and took a long sip.